Hello, dear students. How are you today? I hope during this time of the coronavirus, all you and all the family members of you are well and safe. I am also fine. I am Mohammad Fazlur Rahman, Senior English Teacher, Milestone School and College. Today, I am going to conduct an English class. Today, I'll teach you English second paper for class 7. Today's online class number is 33. Students, are you ready with your pen and CW copy? Okay. Please write down today's classwork number 33 in your CW copy. Okay. If you watch today's class, you will be able to learn most of the grammatical rules of English. Wow, very good. Okay. You will learn how the verbs appear differently in a sentence. You will be able to write the sentences correctly, and you will get proper guidelines on the discussed topic. So very important class. Okay, you will learn in such a way that you need not to memorize. If you watch the class, you will learn the grammar very easily. Okay. Okay. What's your previous lesson? Who can tell? Yes, it was unit 6, lesson 7 and 8 from EFT book. Yes. Are you ready? Have you prepared your lesson? Yes. So I'll ask you some questions. Okay. How do you know that the giant is selfish? Who can give the answer? Yes, all of you learned. Okay, I am asking you. Okay, you tell. The giant did not allow anybody to play in his garden. He built a high wall all round the garden and put up a notice board. Okay, from this point of view, we can understand that the giant was a selfish giant. Yes, correct answer. Okay, I'm going to ask another question. Whom will ask? Okay, okay. You tell. What was written on the notice board? Trespassers will be punished. So the giant wrote on the notice board that trespassers will be punished. When he found that children were playing in his garden, he wrote the notice and it was written, trespassers will be punished. Very good. So you learned your lesson. What are you watching? A boy. The name of the boy is Abid. He is a student of Milestone School. He is ready for school. So now he will go to school. Okay, you see, Abid have on his school uniform. Oh, it's wrong. Why it is wrong? Oh, the verb is not correct here. What will be the correct one? The correct one will be Abid has on his school uniform. Okay, let's see another sentence. The boy are ready for school. Oh, this is also wrong. Who can tell what will be the correct one? The boy is ready for school. Yes, the boy is ready for school. This is the correct one. So from this part, can you guess what is the today's lesson? Who can tell? Yes, right use of verb, right form of verbs. So our today's lesson will be right form of verbs. Now we'll learn about right form of verbs. If you pay full attention, you can easily learn grammar, the use of right form of verbs. Okay. I hope you need not to memorize. You just follow the class. You practice like this, and you will be able to learn very easily. Okay, let's see. What is right form of verbs? The proper or appropriate use of verb in the sentence is called right form of verbs. Very good. Okay. Before learning right form of verbs, what you need to do? You need to learn different of verbs. In my previous class, I also discussed this. Today again, I am going to discuss a little bit. Okay, what are the different form of verbs? Okay, we know there are different form of verbs: base form, past form, participle form, s or es form, gerund form, infinitive form. So base form. What are the base form? It is we call B1, verb 1, present past participle. So first stage of verb is called base form. See, eat, drink, enjoy. Past form of verb: took, broke, moved. Past participle form or B3, seen, made, sold. These are the past participle. So you know this, but just I am going to revise you again. Okay, S or yes form. So we use S or yes with the B1, like says, plays, was. When do we use S or yes? When subject is third person, singular number, and sentence is affirmative. Okay. Then we use S or yes with the verb. Then gerund form. Gerund form means verb plus ing. With the verb we use ing. Okay, like helping, dancing, enjoying. Infinitive form. 2 plus V1. So before the verb or main verb, we use to. Before B1, we use to tell, to do, to go. So you learned it. Yes, different form of verbs. You need to know this if you want to learn the right form of verbs properly. Okay. To be verbs. What are the to be verbs? Am, is, are, was, were, shall be, will be, have been, has been, had been, shall have been, will have been. These are called to be verbs. You also should know to be verbs for learning right form of verbs. You should have proper idea. Then to have verbs. You need to learn to have verbs. What are the to have verbs? Have, has, had, shall have, will have. These are called to have verbs. So you will have to know it. Yes? Yes. Then to do verbs. What are the to do verbs? Do, does, did. These are to do verbs. So you must learn different form of verbs, then to be verbs, to have verbs, and to do verbs. Okay. It will help you to solve the right form of verbs properly. Okay. You also should know about modals. How many kinds of modals? Two types. Yes. What are they? One is pure modal, another is semi-modal. What are the pure modals? Shall, will, can, may, should, would, could, might, must. These are pure modals. And another is semi-modals. What are the semi-modals? Need, dare, used to, ought to, am to, are to, is to, was to, were to, have to, has to, had to. So these are semi-modals. So if you learn these modals, it will also help you for solving the right form of verbs properly. Okay. Now you will learn right form of verbs, rules of right form of verbs 21 to 30. Okay. So first I'm showing you rules 21. Okay. Rules 21. After some prepositions, what are the prepositions? In, of, for, with, without, before, after, etc. We use ing with the main verb. So if there is preposition and after the preposition there is the verb in the bracket, and there will be ing with that verb. So structure will be main verb plus ing. Okay. Let's see the example. It will be more clear. See the example. After is preposition. Yes, you have seen after is a preposition. So after preposition, if you find the verb, what will you use? Here is written, you have to use ing. So after preposition, you got verb complete. So you have to use ing with this main verb. So if you use ing with this main verb, what will be? After completing my homework, I'll go to play. Yes. So as it was after, so we used ing with the main verb. Okay, with this rule. Yes, I am showing more example. Yes, you want to know? Yes. Okay, you see, without, is it preposition? Yes. Without, after this, you see, there is a verb, no. Without no, the matter, I will not condemn her. So after preposition, as there is a verb no, so we will add ing with this verb. So after knowing the matter, I will not condemn her. Clear? Yes. You see another example, by. There is a travel, one can learn many things. So by is a preposition, after the verb is travel. So we will use ing with this verb. So by traveling, one can learn many things. So as it was preposition, so we used ing with the verb. So spelling is sometimes changed. Let's see. I'm showing you more example, giving you so that you can be clear about this rule. I have never thought of drinking alcohol. Alcohol is very bad, so I never think. Yes, I never think to drink alcohol or of drinking alcohol. So I have never thought of. Of is a preposition, and after this verb is drink. So we use ing with the verb drinking. So after preposition, ing is added with the verb drink. So I never thought of drinking alcohol. So you must not also drink alcohol. It harms our body. Okay. I do not believe in overload my stomach. See, in is a preposition. After preposition, there is a verb overload. So there will be ing with the verb. I do not believe in overloading my stomach. So like this way, if we find preposition in the sentence and after preposition there is a verb, we usually use ing with that verb. Clear this rule? Yes. Okay, we're going to next one. Rule 22. Use of modal auxiliaries. In case of active voice, after modal auxiliaries, modal auxiliaries can, could, may, might, shall, should, will, would, must, need, dare, used to, ought to. We use present form of verb. Okay, so if there is modal auxiliaries, then we use present form of verb. That means V1. So what is the structure? Structure is modal plus V1. You must is modal here, is it? Yes, it is modal. So after that, what will we use? Present form of verb. What is the present form of verb? Help. Yes, it is help. So we use present form of verb. And what will be the answer? We must help the poor. Ought to. Again, see, he ought to. Again, we got modal. So we'll use the verb study as present form of study. We ought to study at least 8 hours daily. Do you study 8 hours daily? You have enough time now. You are not coming to school. You should at least study 8 hours. Okay, let's see. Okay, modal plus B or have equal B3. What does it mean? So after modal, if there is B or have, then this part will be verb 3. Okay, verb will be present, past participle form of verb. Okay, it can be, see, can is modal. After that we got B here. So what will be this verb? It will be B3, right? What is the B3 of right? Written. Written is double T. Yes. What is the spelling of writing? 1T. But written is double T. Remember it. Okay. You might have. Might is modal. Yes. Then we got have. So what will be the bracket verb? It will be past participle form of verb. What is the answer past participle? It will be answered. Okay. So you got the difference. So first one, what is that? Present form of verb when only modal. Okay. Then we use present form. But after modal, if there is be or have, we use third stage of verb. I mean past participle form of verb. Clear this? Yes. Okay. Again, modal plus be, there will be B1 plus ing. Sometimes if there is be after modal, we use ing. Sometimes if after modal, if there is be, we use B3. Then what time we'll use ing, what time we'll use B3? Okay, look at the example, then you will be clear. Okay. The student must be learn the trophy. Okay. Here is after B, there will be learning. Why? In case of active voice, we will use verb plus ing. So after modal, if there is B, we will add ing when it is active voice. But when it is passive voice, what will you do? Okay, passive voice, modal plus B is equal to B3. That means the topic must be learned by the students. So which type of sentence? Passive sentence. So passive voice, in case of passive voice, you have to use B3. The topic must be learned by the student. If you write here learning by the students, it will be wrong. You cannot do it. When it is active voice, then must modal plus be, then you can use ing with the verb. But when it is passive voice or passive sense, you will have to write past participle form of verb. Clear this rule? Yes. Okay, rule 23, you see, after had rather, had better, would rather, do not, does not, need not, did not, did, never, late, must, etc. So if you find these words in the sentence, then you have to use bracket verb as present form of verb. So B1, you have to use after this present form of verb. Okay, let's see the example, you will be more clear. Okay, you had better. Okay, you got had better in the sentence. So this verb will be present form. So stop will be stop. You had better stop it. You had better stop it. Would rather, you got would rather. So this verb will be present form. What is the present form? I would rather die than beg. Would you late? You got late in the sentence. So this verb will be present form. Okay, 2 will be removed. Would you let me go there? Clear this one. Just you need to remember these words, and after these words, you have to use present form of verb. No past form, no participle form. Okay, remember it. Okay. Then, if there is two verbs in a simple sentence, ing will be added with the second verb, or omitting to, base form of second verb can be used. Okay. You see, I saw him to go. Saw is one verb, first and second one is go. So our rule is telling we use ing with the second verb. So I saw him going, and to will omit. And omitting to, we can also use only go. I saw him go, not to go. Okay. Well, how we can write? I saw him going or I saw him go. Remember this. Okay. You see, in the sentence, if there is one day, what? One day, once upon a time, ago, yesterday, previously, in the past, last year, last day, last week, last month, last night, last century. Okay, after a few days, etc. This type of words, if you find in the sentence, that sentence will be past indefinite tense. That means you have to use verb to after the subject. Okay, clear? So you need to remember what is the words. One day, once upon a time, ago, yesterday, previously, in the past, last year, last day, last week, this thing. Okay, after a few days, etc. So if you find these words, what you need to do? You need to use past indefinite tense. So that sentence will be changed with past indefinite tense. Okay, see the example. So it will help you to be more clear. Okay, I see a boy playing in the field yesterday. So we got what we got yesterday. Yesterday we got what? So if we find the yesterday, what will happen? Verb will be the past form. So I see. What is the past form of see? Saw. Yes, that is correct. I saw a boy playing in the field yesterday. Once upon a time. Again, you got once upon a time. So, if it is once upon a time in the sentence, you find the verb is lived, so it will be V2. Lived, you see. So, what will be the answer? Once upon a time, there lived a king who had 7 queens. Wow, 7 queens. One man had 7 queens. Wow. Okay. Okay, let's see. I'm showing you more examples. Okay. I get the chance in the top ranking university in London last year. Again, we got last year. So what will be? Now you tell. Can you tell? Yes. This verb will be past form. What is the past form of get? Got. I'm showing another example. Noor, meet me ago. We got ago. So what will be this one? This verb will be past form made. Okay. So Noor made me ago. So clear. So you have to remember. Okay. These keywords, what? Last year, ago, yesterday, previous day, in the past, once upon a time. So if you find this type of words in the sentence, you have to make the sentence by using past indefinite tense. Okay, let's go. Okay. Okay, you see rule 26. If there is it is time, it is high time in the sentence. So sometimes sentence start with it is time or it is high time. That time also you will use past indefinite tense. Okay. It is high time, you change the bad habits. Okay, bad habit you have to change. Okay, as it is high time in the sentence, just you change this verb with past form. What is the past form of change? Changed. Yes, that is okay. Correct. Okay, it is time. So in the role it is written, it is time. Okay, we develop our country. So it is time is here, develop. So it will be past form. What is the past form of develop? It is developed. Okay, very good. Okay. See another row. If there is I wish or I fancy in the sentence. So if you find I wish or I fancy in the sentence, that is also past indefinite tense. So that sentence will be changed with past indefinite tense. Okay. I wish I swim in the river. I wish is here. So you got I wish. So what will be this verb? This verb will be V2 or past indefinite. What is the past indefinite? Subject plus past form of verb. So what will be the answer? I wish I swam in the river. Similarly, I wish today be my birthday. Be means we can tell is present indefinite tense. Am is are. What will be the past of am is are? Were. Okay. So we can use were. I wish today were my birthday. I fancy I turn a triple fail. So here is fancy. Yes, here is also see I fancy. So this verb will be past form. What is the past form of turn? Just add ed, turned. So I fancy, I turned a triple fail. Clear this rule. Okay. You have to think if there is I wish and I fancy, then bracket verb will be past form. That you remember, then you can solve this. Okay. Let's see. In interrogative sentence, auxiliary verb is used before subject. So when you get interrogative sentence, you know interrogative sentence. Okay, making question. Okay, so auxiliary verb will use before subject and main verb will use after subject. You see the example. What dash you like. So what is the subject here? You. So before you, we'll use auxiliary verb. Okay, what we can use do. Like. So what do you like? So you before you used auxiliary verb do and after subject we use the main verb. What do you like? Okay. Similarly, you bought the laptop yesterday. There's a question. Okay, if that is the question, what you can do? Did you buy the laptop yesterday? So we used auxiliary verb first, then subject, then after auxiliary verb, after subject we used the main verb. Okay. When we use did, we cannot use again past form. You need to use present form. Okay. So did you buy the laptop yesterday? You got it. Interrogative sentence. If it is interrogative, sometimes we say, why you are talking? No, it's not like that. What should be? Why are you talking? Okay. Let's see. If sentence start with would that. Sometimes sentence starts with would that. Then what you do? You need to use would. Okay. Would after subject and then main verb. Okay. See the example, you'll be clear. Would that I fly like a bird. So we got would that in the sentence. So after subject we'll use would, then main verb. What is the main verb of fly? It will be fly. Okay. Okay. So would that I could fly like a bird. Okay. Would that I go to the sky. So what will be this one? Would that I could go to the sky. Would that I could go to the sky? You want to go to the sky? Yes. I want to go. You want to go? Yes. Okay. Rule 30. Okay. If you find since in the sentence before since, if it is present tense or present perfect tense, then bracket verb will be past indefinite tense or past form of verb. Okay. You see, it is many years since his father died. This is present indefinite tense. So this verb will be past form of verb. What is the past form of die? Died. So it is many years since his father died. If you write dying or anything else, you can, it will be wrong. Many years have passed. Which tense? Present perfect tense. So before since there is present perfect tense, so it will be past form. The subject, it will be past form. Where I met my sister. So many years have passed since I met my sister. So answer will be met. M-E-T, met. Clear this rule? Okay. Okay. Before since, if it is past indefinite tense, then what will? Then this part will be, second part will be past perfect tense. Okay, you see, many years past. Past is which tense? Past indefinite tense. So this part will be past perfect. What is the structure of past perfect tense? Who can tell? Yes, subject plus had plus B3. So just as we got here past tense, so we use past perfect subject I, we use I, then had, then B3 of C will be seen. So many years passed since I had seen my uncle last. Okay. 1 week passed since I not speak her. I'm not speaking with her. Already 1 week passed. So as it is past tense, so what will be the this part? Past perfect tense. So we use had, not is there, not speak, spoken. So 1 week passed since I had not spoken her. So remember. So what will be the rules? Before since, if it is present tense or present perfect tense, present indefinite or present perfect tense, then right part will be past indefinite tense, and before since, if the sentence is in past tense, then after since, I mean second part will be with past perfect tense. Clear? You just remember, you need not to memorize. Okay. Now, I hope you understood my class. Okay. Okay, let's see you understood or not. Okay, I have given some sentences for you. You complete this fast. It is high time. High time, you'll learn about high time. Then what will be the verb, bracket verb. It has been 20 years. This is present tense. So what will be here? We enjoyed. One verb in the bracket, another verb. I answered this same. One verb in the bracket, another verb. It was 20 years. Before since, past tense. What will be this part? You know, you learned it. Do it. Hurry up. Okay. Why not you follow my example? Interrogative sentence. So what you have to do? I taught you. Do it. Okay. I led the other boys. Led in the sentence. So what you need to do? I wish I touched the moon. Okay. There is a wish. So what will be here? Would that I realized, would that, if sentence start with would that, what you need to do? I discussed in my class. We dash to learn the story the self is giant yesterday. So there is yesterday in the sentence. What you need to do it? If it is yesterday, do it. Okay, finished? Finish your writing? Okay, match your answer with my answer. Okay, so you see, it is high time. As it was high time, so verb change with B2. Yes, it was study, it became studied, B2. It has been 20 years. Before since, it is present tense or present perfect tense. So if it is present perfect tense, we learn this one will be past form of verb, became past form of verb. We enjoyed writing. One verb, another verb. So if two verb, then second verb will be ing. I answered. Okay. Thanking. One verb and another verb. Okay. So it was 20 years. It was 20 years since. Okay. So it is past indefinite tense. If it is past indefinite, this part will be past perfect tense. So I had visited my motherland. Okay, let's see. Why not follow my example? So why would it be? Why don't you follow my example? You see, you is subject. I told you in the rule that before subject there will be auxiliary verb and after subject there will be main verb. Okay. I led the other boys. She led. So we didn't change the present for just to omitted use. I wish. Sentence started with wish. I wish. So if it is I wish, then this verb will be past form. So task became task. Would that I could realize that. So started with would that. So if the sentence starts with would that, what we use? We use after subject could and verb one. So could realize. Okay. We learn the story the selfie journey yesterday. If it is yesterday in the sentence, what will be? Verb will be past form. Past indefinite. We learned. Okay, students, how many have you corrected? 10 out of 10. Wow, excellent. So, you learned and you understood right form of verbs. Yes? But still, I'll suggest you'll watch at least 2 times this class. Then you will be more clear. Okay? Okay, now I'll give you homework. Okay. Today's online class homework number is 17. Write in your diary. Learn and write 20 examples of right form of verbs from rules 21 to 30. And you will write at least 2 examples from each rule. Have you finished your writing? Okay. Okay, stay home, stay safe, and wash your hands with soap. And I hope you will remain fine. Thank you very much for enjoying my class. I'll come to you with another class another time. Thanks all.